Hello, my lovelies. I know you just saw me yesterday. Sorry. It is what it is. For those that are new, my name is Kim. I am the Snitch Stitcher here on FlossTube and on Instagram. And this is my Dirty Annie's Texas Hold'em Retreat recap. I am based in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and this is my FlossTube channel, but I wanted to kind of tell you about Annie's Retreat. If you've ever heard of Dirty Annie's, she has some amazing patterns. She is also an amazing person, awesome human being. After getting to hang out with her at market and now going to her retreat, she's an amazing lady. I've known her for a few years now, and she's just really awesome. So one of the things that is so great about her retreat is it's so chill. It is so laid back. It is just, it's relaxing. Not all retreats are that way. Some are kind of chaotic and going and everything. This one was super cool. It was very relaxed. I thought her last one was my favorite. This one is now my favorite. I'm sure every time I go, that will be my new favorite. So, like I said, this was the Texas Hold'em retreat. So we had our theme, and I'll show you my name tag. And excuse my mess. I always have my Stitch name tag that I always put on there. But this was our name tag, and see if I can get it to zoom in. There we go. It says Dallas, Texas. I actually still have my room key in here, which I didn't really need. One of the neat things that she always does is she does drawings. I think last time we were TV personalities. I think there was like Disney princesses. There was all kinds. I think I was Beyonce, something like that. This time, because it was the Texas Hold'em, and I don't know where my little board thing went, my little one, because my other ones are kept up. It was this little card, super cute little card, and mine was the Four of Spades. So it's just really neat. All the little details that she puts in. Her shirts are great, just everything. I don't usually get shirts anymore. Y'all, I've had t-shirts, event t-shirts for years and years and years, and I just don't usually wear them, so I just don't even get them anymore. But anyway, I digress. And this is my lanyard that I always have. Everybody loves it, so one of my local ladies makes these, and I'll link her down below. Sherry, she's amazing. So one of the things that Annie is always known of, her patterns they run the gamut. She has some very serious, like religious-based ones. She has fun ones. She has crazy ones. Everything under the sun. And she's also known for her fun bags. It's her swag bags. Now she gives us the swag bag at the beginning when we go pick up our name tags, and you pick up your shirt or whatever when we check in, which we did check in on Friday. But she always gives us these great bags so we can put everything in, and her bags are always fun. So Trouble Ain't Gonna Start Itself. I think last time we had a possum one. I can't remember. But her stuff is always super cute. But I digress. So let me start from the beginning. There were several of us that were going to be going that as part of like my Thursday night group and some of our Tuesday night group and other people that we know and that I've known for quite some time. And so several of us got together and we decided to come in Thursday night. That way we could, because we had people coming from Wichita Falls, we had people coming from Shreveport, we had people coming from all over the DFW area, South Texas, Oklahoma, everywhere. So Thursday night, a group of us went out to dinner. We went to a place called The Ranch. The food was amazing. I had this red fish dinner. Some people had like garlic stuffed steak and all kinds of stuff. It was amazing. The food was fabulous. The company was even better. So we came in and we did our thing and we just kind of chilled out for a while. We ate and then just relaxed and enjoyed each other's company. So it was super nice. We got up Friday morning and the event didn't open until noon. That was when we could do check-in, but some of us were helping Annie with setting up. Because I have a hotel management background and I worked in a hotel, Annie kind of tasked me to go through and kind of help with making sure the room was set up. It had the tables, we had our water, we had our power, all that kind of stuff. I know how to speak the lingo, so it makes sense. Making sure that the classroom was set up how we needed it to, that our snacks were coming when they needed to. And see, that's one of the great things. Annie really thinks about what she's doing and planning ahead for the people that are attending her retreats. One of the reasons she always selects an Embassy Suites, number one, you can get more people in the hotel room because you have like a sleeping couch and other things like that. So she takes that into effect. But they also have like a really great breakfast, like an omelet station. The breakfast was good. The breakfast was really good. She also gets to where we have snacks on Friday afternoon and snacks on Saturday afternoon. Friday afternoon was some savory stuff. So we had like kind of to do basic nachos and salsa and that kind of thing. It was super good. We had sodas and tea and water and everything. And then on Saturday we had sweets. So they brought us ding dongs and Twinkies and cookies and gosh, I can't even remember what all it was. Oh, Cracker Jacks. And the same thing. So she wants to make sure that we have snacks. I mean, we didn't end up eating really lunch because we knew we were going to have snacks later. So we ate a good breakfast and we were good. Plus we had some snackies there at the table. So anyway, Friday evening, everybody's coming in. We're doing what we're doing. The hotel did have some issues with the air conditioning in the room, but they got us set up with some fans and got us going. I mean, you're packing this room with 100 hormonal, some of them menopausal, postmenopausal women. You know it's going to get hot in there. I think we could have had it at 0 degrees and it still would not have been cool enough. But that's just the way it is when you get all of us in there talking and moving around and doing everything, especially on Fridays when everybody's still coming in and everybody's still ramped up and everything. Check-in went really great. We got all our areas set up. Of course, my crew, we had our tables set up. We always have our people that we sit with. And we always try to open it up if there's other people. It was amazing. It was really cool because for a Texas retreat, we normally have majority of people as Texas. It was almost an even split between Texas and Louisiana this time. The Louisiana folks invaded, and it was amazing. They were so much fun. Some of them are my regular people. Debbie, you'll hear me talk about her, my friend Julie. But we had some folks from down south, and it was amazing. And I got to meet some new people, Roxy and Hannah. I've been talking with Hannah for forever. She had an amazing piece. I'm going to put pictures and everything in here. I got a picture of her with her tiger that she did. It is gorgeous. So gorgeous. I did take my finishes that Tammi had done for me. 3 of my FFOs that she did for me. I took those to show off. I'm going to be taking them to Stitching Texas. Not this coming weekend, but the next weekend, because people need to see her work. The stitching is okay. Her finishing is freaking fabulous. But I digress. So we had different vendors there. So Annie had brought up all of her market stuff, all the stuff that we had stayed an extra day to price and get everything going. She had all that there. And then Tanya, of course, with NeedleAndBones, she had her bags there so that people could purchase. And we had Vanessa, and she is Crafting Magic. She used to be Nessa's Needleminder. She does have a Facebook group, but she primarily only sells at retreats. Like she sells at Under the Sea, the Stitching Sirens. She sells pretty much anyone. I think she's going to be at Stitching Texas, which is close to the public, unfortunately, for shopping. She does Stitching Bee, and I think their shopping is open to the public. And then like here at Annie's, she has a whole big display. She does needle minders, and she does pin cushions, and she does scissor fobs, and everything you can possibly think of. She even has some 3D printed stuff, and her stuff is amazing. We also had Ghostboy Needleworks, who is there with all of his stuff. He does the peyote beading, all the scissor fobs and things like that. He also does Cosmo. So he was offering a deal. Well, you get the whole line of Cosmo for free, but you buy the bag, and it was like $500+ but it's just it's marketing. One of the cool things too is we also had photos, and I'll put the photos in. Annie has a photographer comes in, and he has a green screen and kind of goes with whatever theme is going for the time. We got to take pictures by table. We got all of the team that was doing the retreat. So it was Annie and Anna and Tammi and Wanda and myself. And then of course, Tanya and I had to do our awkward Olin Mills, thing. It was funny. It's just, we started doing that. It was those awkward poses that you used to have to do. So we did that. And then we had a good chunk of our Thursday night Stitch and Bitch group that was there, the people that are more local. And so we got a big picture of everybody, and it was really awesome. I forget that we have so many people in there because not everybody always comes on the video or on the Zooms. And, you know, some people are only on the chat and some people don't really talk that much. So it was really neat to have all of us there and just our crew hanging out and doing what we love. I actually, like I said, I got quite a bit of stitching done, which is surprising. That was the majority of the work that I got done on the Fruits of Plenty because I got like over 600 stitches in, which for me on a weekend, let alone on one project, is a lot. It's a whole lot. I also started my flamingo pattern, a fancy flamingo. You can see the progress on those on my Instagram and on my FlossTube number 15. But yeah, it was really great. We had a good time just visiting with each other and cutting up, and we were eating good food and just enjoying each other's company. But I want to go ahead and show you a few things. Some of the swag that we got. Annie always takes care of us, and one of the cool things that Annie does is she is all about promoting newer designers. Some of these people that really haven't gotten out there yet or are working on it but just haven't made it that far. So one of the items that we did have as a giveaway, and I was so excited about this because I really wanted to get it as one of my market releases, and then a little bird told me that we were going to be getting it as a part of our swag bag. And this is a Stitcher's Decks from Laura at Textile Crafts. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Is that not just freaking amazing? Laura does amazing work. I fell in love with her Sew Vintage. It's a sewing machine and a spool, and it's just fabulous. But the Stitcher's Deck is amazing. And I think I am going to do it up, and I'm going to have Tanya make me a bag because y'all know I can't sew for squat. I can stitch all freaking day, but sewing is not good. But I do love also the little, you could do them as like scissor fobs. You could do them as ornaments, depending on the count of fabric that you put them on. Wouldn't this make adorable scissor fobs? I may have a plan. I may be doing some future. I may be doing some planning. We'll see. You know. Anyway, y'all know me. It is what it is. There was another one. I can't show you. I can do a drive-by of it. I do have a picture of the designer with her finished project, and this is Color Me Amy X Stitch. She was coming through town and she stopped by to visit with us. She is so freaking sweet. She's amazing. I just absolutely loved getting to talk with her. Super amazing. And then we also had pixelpixiecrossstitch. Such a sweet gal. She was there last year. She has the pattern that I'm going to be stitching soon. She uses Cosmo, and it is sweet tea and something. I can't remember. I'll put the name of it right here. Because y'all know I've got the picture of everything, and it's super freaking cute. I just have to get it started. I've been waiting on Tammi. I'm not waiting anymore. And there's somebody else that was wanting to, they said they had the pattern also. I guess they were with us when we got it as a freebie. And Sunshine and Sweet Tea. That's it. And it's got this cute armadillo and a glass of iced tea. It is fabulous, especially with Cosmo Floss. It's so pretty and bright. But she gave us, it's called Beautiful Koi. I don't have a photo of it, so that's your drive-by. It's a cute pattern. It says, be your beautiful self. She does cute stuff. Really great, really great. We also had Kayla Mosley, who is Stay Platinum Stitchery. Stitchery. She did Spooky Future. It says, your future is looking spooky. It is so freaking cute. I will definitely be doing this for a Halloween piece. There's no doubt about it. I love it. Because I do my stitching on the 31st, and I'm always looking for something new. So there we go. And it's super cute. I mean, this is on like good cardboard, everything. And she even has fun facts about crystal balls on the back, which I thought was super cute. Kind of neat. Just something a little different. Let's see. We also had Stitch and Kitten. She sent a trunk show. We also had trunk shows from Pixel Pixie. We also had for Amy Cross Stitch, which I just told you her name, Color Me Amy X Stitch. And I'm going to link everybody down below so you can find their stuff. But Stitch and Kitten, Caroline, I got to meet her at market, and this is so cute. She sent us Little Bun. Look at that little cutie. Oh my gosh, especially with Easter coming up. It is so freaking cute. So Caroline did a fabulous job. And it was really funny because she gave us last year, in September, she gave us another pattern and it had cats on it. And I had to do like the drive-by thing. And she's like, oh, I know now that after watching the video, she says, now I know I need to have a picture on there so you can see what the finished picture looks like. I'm like, yes, girl, you do. So that was really kind of neat. We were also, this is so cool. We also got some flosses. We got 3 hand-dyed silk flosses. Let me find my little board. My handy dandy boards that Tammy gave me. And it was so funny because I got different colors. And my girls know me so much. And one of my girls, Velma, the colors that I had were really more her style. It was like some teals and greens. And she knows that I'm all about the purples and blues and stuff. So we did get these Be Stitch Me silk flosses, part of our swag. Yes, please. I absolutely loved it. So we also, like I said, we had shopping. And I'll tell you, one of the best things, honestly, that I love about going to retreats. I love getting to hang out with my friends. I love getting to meet new stitchers, which I got to meet so many new stitchers. And it's the table gifts. I always have fun with the table gifts. I didn't have one of mine to show you because I gave all of mine out. Well, most all of mine out. And I don't have any of the supplies to do more. So for my table gifts, I have these little fabric little boxes that I made. These little totes. Y'all, I ironed them. That's how much I love my people. But it's just like this little cute little thing. I found a thing on YouTube, a tutorial on how to make these. And I thought they were real cute. Now, I do realize that there was definitely some cussing involved because I made these smaller than what they were originally. And they're trying to have the little slit to be able to turn these inside out. There was some cussing involved. But they turned out really cute. And I had I'm known for doing the retrieve survival kit. So I had tissues in here, some EOS vanilla lip balm. That's my thing always. A little thing of hand sanitizer, a little thing of Motrin, a mini nail file, I gave everybody some scissors. Actually, I have mine right here. It's scissors on a retractor reel, and it's just got a little magnet on here so you can use it as a needle minder. I always put mine on my name tag. That way I always have it. Just that kind of little stuff in there because it's stuff that people forget. Sometimes I'll put lotion in there, just different things. But that's always kind of that, or I do the little tins that have like scissors and a little orc container and like tweezers and a snag nabbit, that kind of thing. Although I got 2 pairs of scissors. I think, was it just 2? I may have gotten 3 pairs of scissors. I don't remember. One of my girls, she gave me a snag nabbit. She also made these cute little countings. It's a little frog guy, and it's on a string, and it has 2 needles so that you can use that to when you're counting. Because that's one of the things I always have to do. So you can kind of pin out where you need to go. It's really great if you're needing to jump from one place to another, so you have your anchor pin and then you can count out from there. And then she also gave us these cute scissors that have a frog on them. And of course I can't get my fingers to work right because that would make sense. But it's the same little frog charm. So that was super cute. Got that. Oh, and I also got some floss drops. Some nice size floss drops. And it's got the little side hole, which is perfect for, when you pull it off of the main skein to put your little side pieces on there. So those were fabulous. I got from Hannah and I love it, except for it made me freaking hungry. It's strawberry pound cake, but it's a little pig boot and it's hand sanitizer. But it made me hungry because it smells like strawberry pound cake. I just kind of wanted to eat it, and that was not necessarily a good thing. I did not eat it. I did not eat the hand sanitizer. I'm good. One of the gals did for us let me pull this off here so I can show you. Because it was the Texas Hold'em theme, Anna made these for us, and it has like the poker chip, and it has just different kinds of little stuff. We've got a hand holding cards, another one with cards, and then like the different suits. I mean, just all kinds of cute stuff for a scissor fob. I actually had mine on my name tag for a while. But it's awesome. So this will definitely be used as a scissor fob, probably with some of the scissors that I got over the weekend. One of the other gals, I'm not quite sure who, because there was so much stuff flowing and going. Another little poker chip, and it's just a little deal. You can use this as a scissor fob or a bag pull, whatever you want to. Wanda, because she is the queen of making us goodies. I've shown you guys before, she made a cute little pillow, and I think it says like Stitching Queen, something like that. But she found this little pattern because she's got this amazing embroidery and sewing machine. She made us this little, it's perfect to put your scissors in, which that's what I actually had mine in there. So you can put your scissors in there, you can put your chapstick in there. I think they're USB holders, but she did the quilting on them to give it a little bit of texture. She did the embroidering of the scissors because she knows I love pink. So she hooked me up because she always does. Table get, ooh, blurry. There we go. Of course, you know, always need these tape measures, always, always. And Tammy, bless her heart, she made all of us, and it was basically based on all of what we like, because, and you probably saw her on one of her videos. This Alice in Wonderland little pillow that she made. Okay, so it has this little pocket here, and she had her sweet note, and it's got the Alice in Wonderland on the back. Is that not adorable? Tammy is just awesome. Oh, some more of our swag that we did get from Annie. We got the cross stitch journal, and I know you guys have seen these. These are awesome because you can, they're from Fat Quarter Shop. And what's nice about them is that you have these different projects that you put, so it puts all your information. So if it's, you know, whatever your project is, pattern name, pattern designer, start date, stitched on, stitch count size, you know, everything. Time tracker, notes, whatever you need. I personally use my planner, but these are awesome. Super awesome. And then how I showed you the little gold card that Annie had given us for drawing. So she had different notebooks. She had coffee cups. I think she had some tall cups, all kinds of stuff that's part of her swag giveaway. And it was based on your card. So mine was similar to the bag, which is perfect. Get in. Trouble ain't going to make itself. This is going to be my new context notebook. So it's a lined notebook. This is perfect for my contacts for my Friday Folly. So this will be my new notebook for that. And it's going to be going in my case. Speaking of cases, so I have tried multiple ways of figuring out what I want to do when I go to retreat. Because when I go to retreat, I want to have all my stuff with me. Depending on what, like when I go to Stitching Texas, I bring an extension cord, I bring gaffer's tape, because we don't necessarily have power at the table. So I always have that, and I always need something to put it in. And I've had like a rolling crate that I've used before. I've had a 3-tier cart, but it was open. So thanks to Vanessa, she's Crafting Magic. I know you can't really see it that well. I have one of these train cases, and it is fabulous. I'm gonna put pictures up because it opens up like on the top. I'll kind of put this. It's got different levels. I've got a big section at the bottom, a small skinny, and another small skinny piece, but it has all these hasps on there, and then you can open it up. It has the trays, and I did put some really pretty pink sparkly down in there so you could see it because it's dark. But I have all my little goodies. I have this is my personal stuff, my chapstick, eye drops, stitcher's lotion, that kind of thing. And then I have a place for my scissor fobs and my extra needles. And then over here I have some stitchy tools, and I have some more needles, a few of the my pokey tool and my seam ripper, and then over here I have my glasses and some other stuff, and actually some stuff that Wanda left, her lotion and some other things, and I always have super glue because that's always a thing. But it's so great, and these pieces come apart. Super fantastic. I so love it because it's fully enclosed and it locks up, so even if it falls over, nothing's gonna fall out, which I've had with my rolling cart, my 3-tier cart. So this is really nice, and it's all closed up, and I take it apart and I can use part of it underneath my table as a footstool. So it's multi-purpose, and it's I love it. Thank you, Vanessa. You are fabulous. I did get to meet a couple of other new people. Joy, she actually has a shop, and she brought me this cutest little thing. It's Needle Joy. She does needle minders and other stuff. She has an Etsy shop. I will link her information below, but she gave me this cute little jar. It has I have a feeling Tanya's daughter Rory is probably going to be taking this chicken from me as soon as she sees it. But there was chocolates and other things in here. The chocolate is disappearing fast because, yeah. but it's got a little pin cushion on top. It is super cute. It's a jar full. It's got like snackies in there and all kinds of stuff. So, and those little strawberry candies. Yeah. I didn't know people could actually buy this, and they just always appear. And she also gave me this frog ring. Is that not the cutest? It holds on your finger. Although I did have it, well, I had it on my ring finger, but my hands were swollen. I think I could probably stretch it out a little bit. I just haven't made it that far. And then I also got like a bright pink highlighter. I cannot remember who all gave me what, because we all give each other a bunch of stuff. So it's amazing. The retreat, though, it was so much fun. We did take the pictures, and like I said, I posted the pictures up, and just having a good time. We don't really play any games or anything, but everybody's chilling and doing their thing. We did have 2 classes. So Tammi had her very first class for finishing. Oh, here's another one that I got. This is some floss drops. I got these from Melissa. It was awesome. It also has the labels, so you can put your little swatch on there. Super cool. So anyway, Tammi did her class, and here's her finish. Put it right here. She did such a good job, and I'll be putting up other pictures as I'm talking. Showed them how to finish using a it's like a wood finishing kit for her pattern. So she designed the pattern, and then she also had the finishing information, or the finishing packet, and I cannot remember the gal's name. Paisley and Polka Dots. Yes, Paisley and Polka Dots. Has this really cute, it's a spool, it has a needle. You put it all on there. I mean, you see it with the picture. But she had everybody in there painting. Yeah, painting. Some of these ladies were like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know. I mean, we're like, it's layering. It's layering and shading. We're like, trust the process, trust the process. And really, in all actuality, not a whole lot of it is seen, but it is around the edges. And these gals were like, okay, we're trusted the process. We're trusted. And they were very serious about it. I didn't end up taking the class. I gave my spot to somebody else. Because I'll get the kit from her, and I know how to paint, and I know how to do the shading and on all the layering and everything. So I was really there more to kind of help out, because I do painting. It was a lot of fun. Tammi did a fabulous job. Everybody's stuff turned out so great, as you can tell by all the pictures. It was kind of funny. A lot of people sticking their tongue out or making faces when they're painting and doing all their stuff and all the gluing, but they turned out so great. And so we did that Saturday morning, and then in the afternoon, Raymond came in and did a peyote beading class, and this is what his peyote beading looked like. So this is an amazing fob. Annie did get a chance to go in for a little bit into the class, which was great, because she doesn't normally get to go do that. But that's the cool thing about her retreats. They are so chill. Everybody is just doing their thing, and we're just relaxing and enjoying ourselves. So the class went really great. Raymond did fabulous, which he always does. He's taught this class several times in different places, and he's a very good teacher. So it was really neat to have that there. So we did that, and then the rest of the time we were just stitching and enjoying each other's company. It was really kind of tough on Sunday as people started, you could tell as Saturday evening started to close out. It was just kind of, people were kind of slowing down, and some people started packing up some things and things like that, is that get ready for Sunday. And then Sunday morning came, and everybody was kind of down. But we still visited so much and got to just chit-chatting. I've made a lot of new friends. And they're just fabulous people. I cannot wait for the next one. I have a feeling that a lot of our Louisiana gals will definitely be back. I hope they are. It was so much fun. And if you get a chance to go to a retreat, do it. Definitely do it. There were, like I said, there was a few new people that had not been there before. Joy, who gave me the jar, I'd actually talked to her. She wasn't sure of what all was going on, and she called Annie, and so I called her back on Annie's behalf and said, hey, yeah, come on in. This is what we're doing. This is how many people we got at the table. This is what all we've got. And then we also had Jody that came from New Jersey, and she is no longer a retreat virgin, and she came, she had a blast. She was sitting at a great table of ladies. She was kind of adjacent to us. And, you know, with our group, we're always cutting up and being silly, and we're always making people laugh. So that's our main thing, is just to enjoy ourselves and maybe get a little bit of stitching done. Retreats are not about going and stitching. They're about enabling and visiting. Honestly, that's kind of my take on it. So it was super fabulous. I did have some purchases. You know it, because Vanessa hooked me up. Because Vanessa is where I get some of my needle minders. Here are some of the ones that I got. So I have Welcome to the Shit Show. Hope you brought alcohol. I speak my mind because it hurts to bite my tongue. I'm not weird. I'm a limited edition. Very, very true. This one up here is Going to Hell. Going to Hell on a Full Scholarship, and Caution, I have no filter, which you guys know that this is very, very appropriate for me. So I do, and they're sparkly. Look at that sparkle. Yes. And I got this. This one's pink, and then this one's got the silver, and this is one of Vanessa's stickers. So it is the crafting magic. It's fabulous. She is super great. Her boys come, and I can't really say boys. They're young men. I have seen them grow like 3 feet in the last several years. And they come and they help her set up. And a lot of times they'll stay and man the booth so she can be beading or stitching or whatever she does. And then they all come and take it down. Her husband too. She's got 3 handsome young men and her husband, and they are just so sweet. And they are willing to help anybody out. And that's the thing about retreats. That's what it's about. Helping each other out and enabling and just visiting and enjoying each other's company. So y'all, even if it's not Annie's retreat, sign up for a retreat. Do it. Even on some of these groups, and you may not know anybody there, put in the group that you don't know anybody, and you will be making friends. Trust me. Whoever you're sitting at a table with, whatever's going on, you'll definitely make friends and realize that there are people out there that love what you do. They love the same things you do, and they get excited about the same things, and just take that chance. So if you get a chance, I believe Annie's got another retreat coming up this fall. I'm not quite sure what month it is. You know, I'll be screaming to the mountains of where it's going to be and when it's going to be. I think she said something about November. I can't remember for sure. Y'all, I'm still tired. I'm still tired. So, but do it. Go to the retreat, to have the fun, do the thing, enjoy it. Life is too short to not do it. And honestly, it's not a bad cost. I think it's like $250, $225, $250, and then you have hotel. But if you find somebody, especially in one of the groups, you can share a hotel room. Or if you're going to someplace completely different, you can also do like a Airbnb. Which is a lot of fun. That's what we did for StitchCon. But it's fun to stay in the hotel because then you get to see everybody in the morning, you get to see everybody in the evening, you get to go chill out. And I had to get out of the room for a little bit because it was so loud and so crazy and everybody's talking. And I was so overwhelmed by all the people for the last couple of weeks. And so I went out and hung out in the lobby for a little bit because they had a neat water feature out there. And a couple of the ladies came over. They're like, "Hey, you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I needed to get away from the crowd for a little." And they're like, "Okay, well, if you need anything, just let me know." And these were people that I had just met. So it's really neat, that camaraderie that you build. So take advantage of it. Go to the retreat. Go to the Stitchy group. Start up your own if you don't have one. Give me a shout out. Give you some ideas of how to do that. But just enjoy it. Have fun. And hopefully I've made you jealous and you want to come to one of Annie's retreats. If you do, then we'll get to hang out. We did have one of our ladies, Vivian. She's a troublemaker. Definitely. But she's a fun troublemaker. So she had a bucket of little things of Fireball. And apparently my group now has a new toast if we do shots. Because it's basically the size of a shot. So she only had a handful of them left. And like 3 of us at the table. It was Julie and Velma and I. She gave us the shots of Fireball. And so we decided, okay, we're gonna do this. So we're like, okay, do we need to do a toast or something? And I'm like, here's to straight stitches and fuck the frog. So that is our new mantra. And we downed them and we did cough a little bit. And we were warm and toasty after that. Whew, yes. But it was fun. And that's what it's about, is just going and having fun and enjoying ourselves. So do it. Just do it. I'm enabling you. Do it. Put your arm out just like that. Okay, I twisted it. You have to do a retreat. You will not regret it, definitely. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I've been rambling way too long. Like I said, this was my Annie's recap. I try to do a recap of every retreat that I go to since I started doing FlossTube, which has not been that long. It's only been since September. Feels like a lot longer. And sometimes it feels like it was just a few weeks ago. But thank you so much for subscribing, for following, all that kind of thing, for listening to me ramble on about this hobby and lifestyle that I absolutely love. And I hope that I have given you that boost to do something a little different for a change. Step outside your comfort zone. You will find the people that you need to meet, and we'll enable the hell out of you. So anyway, I'm going to shut up. And I need to get this edited. I need to get it posted. I need to get all these pictures in it, to get all this stuff so I can get it up, and just do what makes your heart happy. I know for me, it's going to be a crazy busy week with all my meetings and early month end and all this other stuff, and then going into retreat. Yes, for Stitching Texas. So do what makes your heart happy and just keep stitching. And I love you guys. I can't wait to see you again. I will have another video out next week. Don't forget my video 15 around the 31-minute mark is some information to win a pattern. It's a Tiny Modernist pattern from the Night Garden series, and there's a word you need to do. So if you're interested, go over there real quick, put your comments, because this coming Sunday, not today, but this coming Sunday when I do my next video, I'm going to be drawing. So if you want to get in for that, do that really quick. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm shutting up now. Talk to you later.